All right. 9:40 p.m. Saturday, May 4th. Coming to you from Woods Hole by myself. I did decide to stay here. It was actually a very challenging 9.5 miles to get here. Started out really strong, feeling good, pushing really hard, and that really was not a good idea. Very shortly after pushing extremely hard, pain returned in a similar fashion to how it had been the day before, so it was unfortunate. I had to let everyone kind of pass me. Oh, I think there's a big frog on the floor. Yep, big old toad. Forrest and Pooh Bear were kind enough to try to stay back with me and talk for a bit, but for some reason, I don't know, I felt really nauseous and dizzy. I don't know if it was like, I felt like it was my body physically revolting against what I was doing to it. It was like forcing me to stop by throwing my equilibrium off, being like, hey, you need to not do what you're doing. So I was like, oh, I gotta get some water, and so I pulled off to the side and they went on, and but past that, I basically walked the rest of the way by myself, and it was pretty difficult, like mentally and physically, because there was one point where I was like, man, I feel like I'm gonna throw up. And then I was like, well, what if I did throw up? And then I get violently ill and I can't do anything, and basically got into the worst case scenario type of mentality. But then I was like, okay, let's take a step back, because none of this stuff has actually happened yet. I'm just worried about it. So I kind of Terrence McKenna'd my way off that ledge, and I was able to regain my composure, walk the rest of the way to the hostel. And when I got here, I was still feeling pretty weird, so I tried to drink, a liter of water and had some snacks so that I made sure all my levels were good with sugar and salt and everything, and continued to feel weird, but it was more manageable, and everyone decided to move on. And I had basically made the decision when I had seen Pooh Bear and Forrest walking with me. I was like, I'm gonna have to stay at the hostel. And they were like, do you want us to stay with you? And I was like, well, I mean, you guys, you do it, you put it to a vote, because I don't think I should be part of that decision. This is what I need to do, and you guys can choose to join me or not, but if you have more reason to keep going, I think you should just keep going. And so they did. We parted ways, and I had already decided that if I was going to stay here, I wanted to stay busy. So I just pretty much immediately, I took a shower, I started my laundry, and then I basically said, if there's any kind of tasks or anything you want done around this place, let me know. I'm happy to do anything. And so they put me to work on some fans, cleaning some fans. And before all that, actually, I'd had a half pound of cheese that Compton had ordered that they weren't able to finish before they left, so I did have some cheese as well, which seemed to set me right. So I was working on all these fans and talking with Neville, the host, and I think his name is Golden, who seems to be the co-host of this place. And they shared a little bit of their lunch with me, which was great, and got to know some of the other people here. Aside from just purely going over my day chronologically, I am kind of excited about this new chapter in this journey for me, since I did have to forcibly separate myself from the group that I've been with for so many miles. It puts forth an interesting new challenge where all the decisions, all the logistics, all the days, everything, start to finish, is all going to be on my shoulders, which is how it was for the first 6 days of the trail when I first started, and then I met Forrest, and everything has been kind of on autopilot since then. I mean, Compton, we all kind of decide as a unit what we're going to do the next day, and there's not too much thought that needs to go into it because it's all kind of shared. But now, being by myself, this experience I had here was solely my own, and man, I gotta say too, the shower that I took was epic. It was so nice to not be so disgusting anymore. Even now, just touching different parts of my body and not feeling like I'm soiling myself or getting bad smells all over the place. It's great. So I helped with some chores around the house, including washing dishes and making dinner. And that was nice. Got to meet a few other people. Vike and Princess Diana? Princess Di? I think Princess Di. And then we're about to eat dinner, and lo and behold, Chowhound rolls in. And I was very, very happy to see her because, you know, she's a familiar face in this transitionary period for me. So today was her first 30-mile day, which was pretty epic because the weather was pretty nasty out there. So she came in, and it was like right at dinner time, so it was pretty perfect for her, you know, to roll in after a 30-mile day and be able to immediately eat. I mean, the food we ate was so great. It was like all this organic food that's been grown and bought locally. We had this great soup. It was actually very similar to something my mom would make, like a really good salad, good bread, good soup, very filling and satisfying. But yeah, it was super nice to be able to talk to her and see, like I said, a familiar face, meet a few other people in the meantime. Yeah, it was a good conversation. We had ice cream for dessert, all very tasty and satisfying for sure. But yeah, no, I think the conversation with Chowhound was probably the highlight of the evening, just because it was like going a little bit deeper with someone who I already knew, and just, you know, being able to carry on some of the same kind of jokes and inside jokes. I'm getting a little distracted because I feel like people are listening and or watching me now. But in any case, that was nice. It's lights out at 10. It was 9:47, so it's been a really good day overall. I felt, like I said, kind of queasy for a good part of it, but at this point I feel really good. I ate a bunch of dinner, so you know, all of whatever was going on with me hopefully will be pushed on out, and tomorrow we're going to have French toast and whatever else they make. There's supposed to be really good coffee here, so I'll probably get sort of a late start tomorrow, maybe, I don't know. I think the breakfast is at 8, so if I get out of here by 9:30, it'd be a miracle, probably. We'll see. I need to get to Parisburg, do a resupply. Looks like I can probably resupply for 2, maybe 3 days in order to get to the next place that I'm going to. I don't remember the name of the town, but it's like Newtown or something like that. And then I'll need to figure out my schedule for trying to catch up with the other people. One thing Chowhound gave to me was actually the little CBD balm that the group has been passing around at the end of the day, which is like a mentholated rub with CBD in it. So that was touching to get that, like a little talisman. I gave Pooh Bear my sewing kit, so he could fix his hat, which broke apparently right when we got here. And Compton gave me the CBD cream, so now I gotta get back. And I don't even know, I gotta get back to them. I don't know what these next couple days are going to be like. I don't know if I'll be able to push really, really hard from the start, or if I'll need to take it kind of easy. I really don't know. But the idea of like night hiking or doing some hikes that are really, really, really long, 30 plus miles, to try to catch up is pretty exciting. So, I'm pretty tired. We woke up early this morning, 6 a.m. anyway. So I'm going to go probably get up and go to bed. But yeah, this was a day worth remembering for many reasons. A little bit of drama thrown into the events of the day. And yeah, you know, the adventure and the journey continues. It's about as cliche as it gets. So I'll leave it there for now. I'm watching this toad crawl across the ground in front of me. It's weird to watch a toad move. It's kind of awkward. Anyway, I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye.